All right, so for you venture athlete guys, the Wildland Prep, I'm going to go over this daily finisher. So what the daily finisher is essentially is we're setting up an obstacle course. And the reason we're going to do this is at the end of the day, when you've already done the work, you've already done the workout, we need to test your ability to still leave something in the tank. We need to prepare ourselves for the unforeseen and the unknowable. So emergency comes up, you still have to be able to act and physically exert yourself. So how does that feel? How are you able to do that? Important thing when doing this is however you set it up, we're going to set it up the same every time. I'm going to set it up here in a park using the most basic equipment, and I'll go over how we're going to use it. But whatever you do, whether you're going to do it at a gym using a treadmill and weights, whether you're going to do it at a track or a school, in a field, up on a motorway, grandma's property, whatever you have, I'm going to be doing it here in a park. Most important, do it the same every time. Don't add weight, don't change weight, don't change distances. Whatever weights and distances you use, try to keep it the same throughout this program to assess yourself over the month or 2 months, however long you're doing this program. So don't change it up. Let's keep it consistent, and I'll go over how I'm going to set it up here. Okay, so I'm at a park, and the way I've chose to set it up is I'm going to be saying I don't have any pull-up bar, I don't have anything like that, I don't have a track. I'm going to be using sandbags instead of weights and a strap, which will just be like a tie-down strap, anything you can get from Home Depot, a piece of rope, it's all going to work. So I'm using some brute force sandbags. I got a 70-pound bag with various handles, and I got about a 40-pound sand kettlebell that we'll be using as well, and again using that strap. So we're going to set up 400-meter run. So find a distance, whether it's a 400-meter lap, whether it's a 200-meter there and back, or I'm going to set up a 100-meter. So I've determined 100 meters. We're going to run 100 meters and back, and we're going to do that twice. Try to set this up, again, outdoors, where you want to do it in the elements, in the heat, in the cold, in the sun, in the wind. Get used to working outside, and when you're doing that, you're probably going to find some slope, some mountains, which is where we work in that wildland. Here's flat, so I'm gonna go with the most basic, but if you can get a hold of some hills as part of your run course, try to have that. Okay, so 400-meter run, so we're gonna run 100, come back, 100, come back. There's your 400 meters. If you're on flat, on 200 meters, you can grab a bag, carry it on your shoulder, load yourself up to simulate what it feels like when you're running up that incline. And you're gonna 400-meter run, come in and do your push-ups, go 50 meters, come back, that's your 100 meters. And now we're gonna do our sit-ups, 50 meters, come back. Now we're gonna do our rows, so we can use a bag here. Again, I'm using sandbag. I like this for training, but you can use your weighted backpack, whatever it is you're using, but you're gonna do bent over rows, any grip that you choose. Just get your 10 in, hit that run again, come back. After you hit that run, after the rows, we're now going to be doing our drag. So that's where we use our strap. I'm going to drag this sandbag here on the grass. Don't do it on asphalt. If you're an explorer and you have access to a hose at the fire station, do this at the fire station every time and drag the hose. Okay, but I've just got a strap here. Just going to loop it through anything, lark's foot it, or if you have a carabiner, you could just clip it. You're going to strap this on your shoulder just like a hose drag. Drag it 50 meters, come back 50 meters. Okay, and then unclip it. Hit your run again. After that run, you're going to come back, and it's tool simulation. So if you're at a station, you could swing a sledgehammer on a tire. That would be the best. If not, we're going to use our sandbag, and I'm going to grab the sandbag, bring it overhead, and slam it down. Sandbag, bring it overhead, simulating that tool swinging motion. You can do that with these sandbags. That's why I like them. You can use them for a bunch of different things. Hit that run again, come back. Now it's time for thrusters. We're going to go with our heavier bag. Front squat, stand up, press, front squat, stand up, press. Keep hitting those thrusters. Once you get your thrusters, it's another, that's it, and we're going to hit your long run. So 400 meters, 100, back. I like to grab the weight, run, back, and then you're done. You're going to time yourself every time. Try to beat yourself every time. Improve your time. Do it in the heat, do it in the sun, do it in the cold. As I said, wind, rain. We work outside in our profession, and you need to get used to doing that and pushing yourself doing so. So the finisher is done at the end of the day to test what you got left in the tank. Push yourself hard and try to improve yourself.